remaining. Reserve time.
Welcome back. Game number 2 is coming up for the Mr. Cat EU Invitational playoffs here. Secrets have been waiting for an opponent, and PD have shown up coming through the group stage, but they've just down in game number 1. Will game number 2 be any different? Well, we're about to find out because the draft is ready. We're getting into things and kicking things off with what appears to be a clockwork ban once more as I bring the lovely co-caster Trent and maybe talk a little bit more about this Treant ban from PD.
Yeah, so far it's nothing different, right? We Tree Clockwork, Dunzo. They're the new Monkey King Earth Spirit. I think these two heroes kind of fulfilling the same role essentially at this point, where they're very strong 4s. Of course, Clockwork can be a 3, but at least in the games I've been watching recently, it seems to be his 4 that has the most success, honestly. But the offlane Clockwork's still very powerful. So you don't want to give him up. Can't handle them. First pick was the ProDotA, so they're not comfortable taking the tree first pick overall, which is kind of interesting.
Team secrets.
I'm not sure if all teams feel that way. I feel like some teams would not want to ban the tree if they were first pick overall, because he seems like a pretty strong guy to take for yourself. And then the Warlock is now someone who by banning a Lifestealer, that's interesting, and a Legion.
I cannot remember the last time I saw Secret play Lifestealer. I've just gone to their draft page on Dota Buff and I'm scrolling down. I cannot see a Lifestealer game in the past 15 games or something. So that's very.
It feels like a half blank ban in a way, where you're just leaving an extra OP hero in for yourself, kind of.
5 seconds
so they can kind of have their pick of the litter as first pick. I would guess Warlock maybe. They could take the Crystal Maiden as well, just to deny it away from Secret. But you're right, could be a scrim thing as well. Of course, maybe they've played them a couple times and some strats.
That's definitely a possibility. Another thing to look out for, though, is that PD have been playing a lot more better, I feel, around drafts that include Milan's Earthshaker here as their first pick, but also Garter's Terrorblade has been a very important one. But I feel like banning Lifestealer, if you plan on picking TB, is either some weird double bluff where you're like, haha, we're banning Lifestealer, we're definitely not banning TB, or some premeditated suicide. I don't know. It's just why?
I would guess it's a focus on MP, maybe showing this game, okay, well, we're not going to leave this guy alone. We want to pressure him early on, so let's try and get rid of some of those safer position 1 heroes under the assumption that they're probably not going to pick up his hero in this first phase. So we can already start to kind of wean away a few of them, and they didn't really feel it was worthy of banning out either this Crystal Maiden or Warlock that you'd kind of expect Team Secret to pick up here anyway. It would just be one or the other if you left the, if you ban Crystal Maiden, they'd probably pick Warlock. If you banned Warlock, they just pick
5 seconds remaining.
They just give them their choice, and they just CM. Now, the question is, what do they want to pair with it? Will it be that Omni Knight once again? Are they willing to take it this early? Will it be the Weaver? Will it be the Axe? They've gotten all kinds of early game picks that they go with, although only a Shaker showing, so there's not really too much to work off of here.
Definitely have the go for Terrorblade themselves. They banned out the Legion Commander with that nuke from overwhelming odds being so good against TB Illusion. Be a shout. Otherwise,
good hero against the Shaker. Hawk is gone though, so that's a little bit of the value wasted in a sense. But okay, and we will get the 3/3 Bat Rider as well. So some pretty strong common heroes from them. Been a while since I've gotten to cast his Bat Rider, but I see he's been playing a little bit lately in the Summit. Unfortunately, both of those games look to have been a loss for them, but hoping to turn that around here.
Team Empire, I think it was.
Yeah, and Mouse.
10 seconds remaining.
Two teams that Secret has
5
1-1 and 2-0 respectively. Dream League, I think. Memory
so
serves
many
me
games
right.
going on right now. It's
great.
Yeah.
That's why I asked what tournament, because there's Mr. Cat, there's Summit qualifiers, Epicenter qualifiers, there's Dream League going on, there's Zotac Cup, there's MDL. Honestly, there are so many qualifiers happening over the past 3 weeks and onwards that it's getting very, very hectic. We've had many games. I love it. Bringing up Dota Buff draft pages and scrolling down, seeing if there's anything weird and wonderful that's being picked up. Nothing massively out of the ordinary here, though. Earthshaker for that long-range initiation from Fog. Bat Rider can jump in and can
Dire team ban.
Blink Lasso once he gets it.
Speaking of the bad as well, that also kind of lends back to the life stealer, right? Like not only did Team Secret thankfully take out the Legion Commander, which was great for a Bat Rider. Now you don't have to worry about that. They can get rid of all these other position
Team
ones that are
Secret's
good against
turn
the
to
Bats. So
ban.
they have that pressure coming in. They're going to get rid of the Weaver. Could also get rid of the Slark or the Juggernaut next, I would guess, from ProDotA, and try and give 3-3 the best game possible.
Definitely, yeah. But
10
we get screwed in
seconds
a lane,
remaining.
or sure that he's not just left in a 1v1 with the supports able to
5
roam around
seconds
freely
remaining.
once that one role hero, like you mentioned, gets to like level 3 or something. I swear, like level 3 for
Reserve time.
Lifestealer, Slark, and Weaver and things like that is the level to be kind of left alone against a Bat Rider, and pretty happy with things. What else could we look? Juggernaut is still out there. There's the TB ban from Secret. I like
Team
that.
ban.
Again,
Yeah.
like we were saying, Garter is probably, in my eyes, in my mind, I don't know the stats behind it, but I feel that's his most successful hero for the
Team
past month or
Secret's
so. You know, they've been
turn to
doing very
ban.
well with it. I do have a question for you, Trent.
Oh, goody.
Remember during Kiev,
Dire team
Yes.
pick.
where Spectre was picked a lot?
Yes.
Why-
Where is Spectre?
Where is Spectre?
I think still a very good hero. I
Keeper
think
of
still
the
top tier. I
light.
think a lot of people will just like maybe pick
Team
Lycan
Secret's
instead.
turn
In
to
some
pick.
ways, like he can still kind of join the fights. He adds a lot of pressure. If there's anything that was stopping people from picking Spectre, it would probably just be high ground, right? That's kind of been the big story lately.
Yeah.
Unless you have someone in mid like Alina or something that can pummel down those towers, it can be a little bit scary to take the Spectre and
10
get
seconds
into these
remaining.
weird ass games where it's hard to actually finish out.
'Cause I'm kind of feeling a Spectre
5
here from
seconds
PD.
remaining.
Not Team Secret so much. I don't know if I like MP on heroes like Spectre. I much
Reserve
prefer
time.
him on heroes. Once it's 15 minutes in, you just get into the thick of things and start brawling, or taking tier 1s and tier 2s, moving around the map after farming jungle for a little bit. I'll pick that one up now. They've still got Troll open to them, honestly, as a possibility, but against Blinding Light of Kotl, Lasso of Bat Rider, a bit
Feeling
annoying.
some sneak ProDotA, like something gross, something nasty, like a Naga or something like that.
Something gross
like
and
you have this-
nasty.
Yeah, you got the CM, this Rubik, this Abaddon. I don't know. I feel like
Arc
the split push
Warden.
isn't that great. Yeah, there you go. I mean,
Arc Warden.
you got this Coddle going on, lots of mobility.
Ooh.
But
Dire
there's the
team
idea of,
pick.
you guys want to try some split push shenanigans with Bat Rider and keep it the light, trying to like split us up and pick us off. Storm Spirit, definitely a good hero up against that. Was also banned, I want to say, last game near the end. Actually banned by Secret, so clearly respecting the hero in itself for both teams. And, well, it's going to be the Coddle
Team
Bristle.
Secret's turn
So,
to ban.
it had to be some sort of a Coddle gag, I love the second phase of the draft right now, by the way. It's so good because there's so many of these top tier heroes. Like right now, someone could have went Magnus Jug, and this game could just be totally different because they're both just there. And then the
10
whole game's just like,
seconds
oh well, shit.
remaining.
Like now what do we do? People sometimes you don't want to
5
give up both
seconds
supports
remaining.
early, but it does leave those like super powerful 3-4 picks open.
Reserve
So
time.
wasn't an option there for Secret, but instead they're going for this like mana batteried Storm of Spirit, as EG always used to call it, with the defensive assistance of an Abaddon.
Yeah, you've got the Abaddon shield
10
to take off
seconds
Bat Rider's
remaining.
lasso, as well as Mana Leak from Kotl. A very strong
5
hero.
seconds
We've seen a lot of
remaining.
item builds coming out from Abaddons recently. A lot of people have shifted away from Midas Radiance and gone maybe more for Phase Vlad's
Dire
Solar Crest,
team
with
ban.
strength of Solar Crest being so apparent recently.
Still seeing some of those Radiance builds for sure, though.
Yeah.
It was a newbie game the other day where KP was doing it, and it just like completely won them the game. Where it just comes out at this point. If you can get it like 24 minutes or something,
10 seconds
the Midas
remaining.
Radiance 25 is it feels like it's over.
5
So much
seconds
damage in team
remaining.
fights.
We saw it last night as well from MSS. Yeah, I think.
Reserve time.
The Epicenter qualifiers where he went Abaddon Radiance. And there's
I'm always down.
There's the
Yeah.
troll ban.
Dire
That's a
team
good one.
pick.
Between Curse of Avernus and Battle Trance, all this attack speed.
Decent Silver Edge carrier too. Too
True.
bad. Speaking of which, the Slark is actually still in the pool, and that is a core that can match up against the Bat Rider, buys Silver
10
Edge,
seconds
has a
remaining.
Purge for Keeper of the Lights blind. I am definitely seeing a Slark
5
for Secret.
seconds remaining.
Good.
Be a big one. one.
Reserve time.
What about PD though? Are we expecting Bristle to go safe lane here? Maybe a Bristle mid and they have something else for safe lane? I
Yeah,
only
Secret we're eyeing up the mid TA. That's how they envisioned it. I think TA would have had a lot of bursts to go with the lasso, so that could have been why they were thinking about like just this annihilation where your storm gets grabbed and you don't want him. Maybe you can't get there in time. So
Okay.
they were right on the lane. It is
Drow
BOD.
Ranger.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
MP
goodness
Drow Ranger.
gracious.
This
Instantaneous.
This takes me back. This takes me back. So mid one will have that Drow aura. Mid lane up against the OD, as well as the rotating supports of Rubik and Crystal Maiden. J4 on the Kotal, not the best hero to make rotation movements and try and gank or anything like that. Milan can try it as well. Rough one. And PD are dire side, right? Team Secret chose Radiant, so they've chosen to take Earthshaker here, even though they don't have that off lane pull and block that they've kind of been abusing with Milan's ES in the past.
Hamanaha. Drow is very interesting. Like, think about heroes that are good against Drow. You tend to think of this like Keeper of the Light, especially one of the best ones, Earthshaker 2, but of course you have to actually get
10
to that
seconds
farm,
remaining.
and that's going to be the difficult thing. Batrider does suffer a little bit in terms of like some
5
five-man Dota,
seconds
so
remaining.
if they can get the ball rolling here for Team Secret, yeah, OD is another hero that just does not want to come to a fight. He gets down a little bit in the lane, doesn't quite win it out, and they start marching at your towers at like 12 minutes, and you're this OD, you're just like, guys, I'm still trying to build my Midas recipe here.
Yeah.
Like,
And you've got
you guys just hold them back a bit.
And you've got Gust against Bat and Bristleback. You've got Frost Arrows for the lane against the Batrider to make sure he's zoned out fully as well. And Drow Ranger, has been in the past a Shadowblade or Silver Edge builder. Maybe we'll see the Treads, Aquila, Dragonlance into Silver Edge up against the Bristleback, while Storm Spirit can aim into the Bloodthorn in the later stages of the game. They've got lots of options here. Drow Ranger's definitely a pressure hero. Like MP over on this one, but I think again this game kind of comes down to the two supports in the offlaner. I kind of talked up mid one and how important he is and how important drafting around mid one has been for Team Secret. But these two drafts from Secret have been so kind of offlane and roaming support centric that maybe things are changing up.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued to watch the Batrider. I feel like we talk about the Slark and all these ideas of how it counters out the Batrider and why we see him so often up against him. But they're just gonna put the Drow in the capable hands of Yapsor and Puppy. So we'll see just like how greedy Puppy's gonna be in this jungle. Maybe he'll just get the 1 level and come over. Maybe he won't even get one. Maybe he'll just play that super active role like last time where he was barely jungling. But you could see if 1 kill goes this Batrider's way, honestly, this lane can be very difficult. You get 2 stacks of napalm on you as a Drow Ranger, you're just dead.
Can be tricky. They got sentries here for PD. Milan has an observer ward in his backpack, no sentries there. 1 sentry on the Kotal. I think J4's on his way over. They were pinging out this ward spot that Yapsor got down. They definitely know where it is. There was a little bit of argumentation about if it's on the high ground or if it's next to the shrine, but I think they came to the conclusion that it is where it is. Yeah, there they go. Sentry will be dropped and they'll de-ward instantly. Pick that one out of the game. No vision over on that side there for Secret. Well, they're still holding on to another observer ward.
Checked. What's it say? Cheese! Exclamation mark. Who's drawing? Is that Yapsor drawing that?
That's Yapsor.
That is a Yapsor wrote cheese.
This is a cheese strat. I don't know if this is a cheese strat.
Well, it's a last pick Drow.
You've picked Drow Ranger, yeah, but no. So, I think Drow. I don't know. I have my problems with like the terminology cheese, because I kind of feel that cheese drafts, from StarCraft terminology, it's this one thing that you do, and it's weird, and the guy doesn't expect it, and it would never happen in a real game kind of thing, Whereas Drow Ranger's just like, oh, they picked Drow.
I mean, it's true. But can we just say that this Drow Ranger bow is badass looking? It's only 38 cents.
Okay.
Shout out to the genuine shade of the Ranger. That thing looks awesome.
3-3 in trouble? No. Is it cool? Genuine shade
genuine
of the
shade of the Ranger.
Cool.
Looks cool.
Gift from
Very
F1,
neon.
F2. Nice.
Shout out to you, dude. You getting your time here. So right now, 3-3 have they not spotted him yet?
Nope, they saw him walk in, but they did not see him walk out, and he's found a spot where he can hide.
Very sneaky.
Very sneaky.
Radiant's
3.
top tower
Mid lane
under
is
attack.
going decently there. 4-1 against a 3-0.
Oh, he's gonna find him.
Storm. Is he? Oh, yes. Hello. Goodbye. Wait a second. 3-3.
Dude, he actually can't fly. I'm watching Radiant Vision right there.
Where are you going? Telekinesis into Frostbite. There we go with the right-click damage from MP. A few more hits and 3-3. Ooh, gonna die. The final arrow flies
Blood.
all the way across that little waterfall. I guess it's not a waterfall because we're underwater, but whatever the hell it is. The little gap between the lanes.
Nicely done. So all because Puppy didn't get too greedy or anything like that. Wasn't like off in the jungle doing his own thing. And he's there to ensure the kill on the Batrider. So that's not going to allow that early momentum. And that is where this, like, that's pretty much the only hope I have for ProDotA, at least. You know, that's the easiest path to victory I see is this Batrider starting to get a nice snowball lead, and he can actually set some sort of a pace for them this game. But helping deny that out, and now you get your little bit of time, right? You do your due diligence, kill the offlane, you can come over here and get some free farm for yourself. It's great. Crystal Maiden players unite.
Yeah, go and get level 3. You've got 1 point in the Arcane Aura already. So this Storm Spirit, again, with the double auras, the +6 bonus damage from Precision Aura
Maybe that's the cheese.
Maybe that just like spam global auras, yeah. That's pretty sick. So honestly, 6 damage in the early laning stage, you know, quantitatively might not seem a lot because it is just 6. But when like the difference between your damage and the OD's damage is minimal to begin with, you know, it's very close, and that extra damage gives you the last hit potential. Maybe Kaiser finds a kill with the Astral there. I think
must be dead.
I don't think he dies. 1 more hit. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant though. No way you live there. So.
Oh yeah, he's definitely dead. But Astral
Good stuff.
Didn't finish him off, and Puppy comes into Leech Experience, so a good rotation from Milan, finding a kill with the help of the OD. 3-3.
As you said though, I mean, people like they buy a null talisman just to like do better last hitting. So this is free, guys. Like this is just 6 damage. You know, it's 3 less than a null, yes, but still pretty good.
Mid one getting a lot of his int stolen now, so that damage is dissipating. The 1 point in orb from Kaiser. A fair chunk of damage as well. Milan and 3-3 have a little stack for themselves.
It was not your fate.
Jungle's going to get cleared out by the Batrider, but this gives space and time to MP to farm, but I think more importantly for Yapzor to stack and pull and get himself some experience and gold. And Trent, there's actually one lane that we really, well, I haven't really looked at. I don't know about you,
here.
but Kezu up on top lane. Look at him go. 11 and 3. Bristleback's doing okay, but Kezu's just running at him, punching away at the Bristleback. Got to stick up. Carter chasing this one down, but I feel like this is risky. They both pop salves.
It's like most offlaners, right? Those first couple levels are the scariest bit, but he got some nice pulls through. So he just brought the creeps all the way back, was farming in behind the tower, so life was good. It feels fine, and he's very scared to deal with. He's basically just playing Omnia again. Milan, definitely going down here.
He thought he was the one hunting, but
but to who?
Becomes the hunted as Yapzor takes the final hit there. Puppy keeps on walking forward as well. No observer wards in hand, maybe looking for the Keeper of the Light, but J4 has actually been farming away pretty nicely himself on his Keeper of the Light. Farming away at jungle camps. He's free right now with 1 point in the Illuminate. Do decent chunks of damage over to these ogres, but it's slow and tedious work as they're going in onto Bristleback. Garter up a top lane, lifted up with a telekinesis and easily finished off. Milan's there with a Fisher, but Crystal Maiden, low HP, still surviving through it all. Team Secret 3-1 advantage here over PD in the early laning stage.
Yeah, I'm watching down bottom as well, and 3-3, he's trying to keep the stacks on MP, but MP dodged it out. He had 3 stacks on him, almost got the 4th, and I think then he would have went for the rundown because he knows the supports are gone, but he can't even punish right now. Like, this is the saddest thing ever as a Batrider. He got his clarity canceled by the Drow, his shrine's already used, and he just has no pressure to put on. You know, this is where you're supposed to win this lane. You know, the supports leave, you run on Drow, and she just dies. He has no gust. Now actually he can take the 3rd point too, so he doesn't have a save point anymore. Sad Batrider life. He needs assistance from Milan here or something. They have to kill this Drow. Can't be another game of this.
I was just about to say, maybe he just goes back into the jungle and then you give the Earthshaker bot lane to Leech experience, maybe a bit of gold when the lane pushes in, and 3-3 just farms the jungle. And I did just see the Abaddon kind of circling the dire jungle saying, hey, maybe that's where he's headed to. Because there are stacks over here. Kotal has not just been farming himself, but they're going for the stacks as well for the Batrider later on. Yeah, you're right, MP stunned up a little bit, but the support rotation comes in so thick and fast. The Yapzor have the telekinesis, and they have a frostbite. No, they don't. Actually, there's no mana over on Puppy. MP being burnt down, and 3-3 will secure a kill on the Drow Ranger. He might turn back to fight up against these 2 supports as well. Puppy has the frostbite, though, ready, finally, at long last, and 3-3, 1 more hit. The Fairy Fire keeps him alive, and 3-3 turns. Okay, the Fade Bolt from Yapzor. Very nicely done.
Stick. So close. It's so far.
even lifting the illusion of the Earthshaker. MP returns to lane, so what was that, a 2-for-1? You lose your Drow, but she's straight back into lane to start farming once again. Batrider killed off. Another time. Tranquils and Raindrops all he has in his inventory.
I'm guessing he must have bought out, though, once he killed the Drow. But I didn't get a chance to see, but I mean, that's pretty good. Tranquils and Raindrops after the start he's had. I don't know, he's still behind the Rubik, but at least he's got something. It's not been fun.
Stupendous.
All lines.
Oh, now in fact,
All lines.
Puppy's just as rich.
Oh yeah. All lines drawn around this dire jungle. The stack over there won't happen, but he gets the ancient stacks off at least. Will J4. Planning a smoke here. It looks like Earthshaker and Kotal are going for a bit of a wander. What do they feel like they're going to accomplish though? Kill MP again.
Dude, the double napalm stack, obviously. Chakra magic. Is that the play? What are we at? 15-second cooldown on the
I'll take that.
Fisher, and we can reduce it by 4. I mean, that's not bad. An 11-second Fisher after. Ugh. A lot of time for Puppy to rotate. In fact, they're already in behind the backstab with the CM, but she doesn't really know what she's walking into.
Maybe. There's a ward placed down. They're scanning over towards... That's the Dire scanning towards their Ancient, seeing if there's any kind of invasion there from Team Secret. MP spotted by this Observer Ward of the Dire as well. They see Drow Ranger moving into the Tier 1. 3 heroes still down here. Kezu will TP back up the top. Yapsor's looking to get deep this jungle. He actually wards up and scouts the stacks. It's been made for the Dire team. Things have slowed down a lot though. We've seen Secret just kind of go all in last game with their roaming, but it's bot lane where the dive comes through. The Fisher cancels the TP. MP's caught. The TP's come through from Yapsor as well as Puppy. MP's still alive with no stick charges left though. Maybe in a bit of trouble, but it's a turnaround with mid one joining in. The lasso's there, but the damage has already been done. One final click out from Yapsor will secure that as Earthshaker drops in the back. Garter. Not sure what the plan is here, but the Bristlebacks turned up to fight with J4 dropping very low. The Vortex mid one finds it, secures the kill. Now they have to run though. They've got to get the hell out because this Bristleback is big and he's hungry. Spamming out the cool sprays, 6 stick charges up with the Vanguard as well, but he's stuck by the Tier 1. Secret retreat. Hot pursuit continues though. PD, they're actually coming in again with the OD from the north. Earthshaker from the east, looking for a Fisher onto Puppy. They just need to land this one Fisher and maybe 2 quill sprays and they'll have it. Garter throws it out, but Puppy can turn with a Frostbite here if he wants to. He's still going to die though, but Bristleback diving in deep. He can't go that deep though. Yapsor is in behind the Tier 1 and he thought about it for a second. But what is that? 5 heroes? More, I guess, with the revival of the Earthshaker coming down. Like 6 hero rotation basically from PD.
And there's nothing quite like playing Storm or Puck and having 3 heroes dive your Tier 1. It's like the greatest feeling in the world. If you've like just hit 6 or 7 or 8 and you're just farming mid and then they start diving your other lane, you're like, oh sweet, I have this haste rune saved up, I'm about to go get so much gold. Like the lasso onto the Storm Spirit was actually great because it gave Yapsor the kill instead of Storm Spirit. Be happy about that, but Yapsor not too happy about this, I don't imagine.
Well, he has been found. A lot of these trees have been burned down by 3-3. Giving these angles of vision that PD wouldn't really have. MP just says, screw it, bot lane's yours, you can have the Tier 1. I'm farming mid lane, but where's mid one gone? Are they going to go and take this? Oh, wait, Trent, did you see who took the stack? It definitely wasn't Dire team, right? It must have been Secret that stole that stack out.
This one here? I would guess Crystal Mage just ulted it, yeah.
Yeah, also
oh no, she doesn't have ult.
I think Storm Spirit's on low mana. I think he went and took it. Now he's gone for the Ancients as well. Clears out the Ancients that are susceptible to magic damage, the Prowlers.
Radiant's bottom tower.
No, I was just watching a Kezu trade top by himself.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Very good then.
Have another great game. No one bothering him.
What do you just stop it? And he's going for... is this the same build he went on the Omni Knight? Magic Stick, Quelling Blade into Arcane's Greaves.
What else do you need, man? Great. Go to Bristlebacks to get your sticks up. Team's outfitted now.
And mid one is getting closer and closer to that Bloodstone. Nearly 5,000 net worth. 11 minutes in. He need this Blink Dagger up on 3-3. That's what all those stacks were for, to get the Batrider up and running. At least before the 20-minute mark or something, but unfortunately the Batrider has not the easiest of times, kind of curved at every point by Team Secret's movements.
And if he grabs someone, how do they kill them? Milan's level 4. Your only guy with any semblance of burst is not going to have the Echo Slam. And even at level 6, it's very weak. You want like 8 or something.
You lasso them into a level 3 Illuminate. No, like, I'm not even joking. I feel like that's what you have to do here. You bring up,
yeah.
You bring up a very good point. How like Garter does damage over time. He can punch pretty hard once he's got his Warpath stacks up, but
even OD relative is damage over time in comparison to most heroes. You
yeah.
know?
It definitely is. You want to stack up that int, launch out the Santi's Eclipse, but you cannot do that against the 3-man core rotation into mid lane onto your tier 1, and this is the key problem that we saw up against PD's draft is how do they stop the 5-man from Secret as they just walk into the Ancients, clear them again. Every little bit of efficiency that PD have kind of set up for themselves, every stack, every ward, every pull, every movement, every smoke has kind of been preempted, cancelled out, or stolen by Team Secret.
And like, let's say, I don't know, if this draft is losing, let's say, on Secret's team, the thing you would look at, I think, would be like, okay, they have no initiation. What are they going to do? Storm's going to zip in, and no one can follow up with him. They can't reach this guy. You know, how would you even help this guy out? But, I mean, that's why this draft works here and why maybe it is a little bit cheesy. Because, yes, you are missing some elements of a standard draft, but it doesn't matter because you have this Arcane aura and this Drow aura, and they've allowed you to win your lane so hard that the typical Dota norms don't have to be met. You can be a little skimpy in some of your regions because you have gold to make up for it, and it's also going to come in the form of Roche because they can just march mid, they can march Roche, and I don't know what ProDotA are going to do to stop them.
I was going to say maybe PD looks to 5-man. Maybe they go 5-man of their own, have Bristleback hit a tower. Batrider, once he has his blink, can initiate on the people that kind of jump or try and zone out the Bristle. Then they've got Fisher to counter initiate as well. They have tools at their disposal, but they don't really have the items to enable those tools. You know, they don't have that Blink Dagger. They don't have Earthshaker at level 6. They have a Kotl who has nothing but Tranquil Boots. It's really rough for them, and if they walk into Team Secret 5v5, there is a big item on Secret that's just been picked up. It's the mech on Kezu. This item's going to allow Secret to take down pretty much all the tier 2s, look to threaten Roshan, look to just mass team fight. Yapzor is down bottom lane trying to build a Yule Scepter, hiding. Rogers picking a bomb. Telekinesis up there as well, but I think you're likely going to die. I don't know if you can outplay this really with 3-3 popping the Firefly. He's definitely going to die as Yapzor's caught, but this is bought time. Look, top lane, they're killing off Garter. He's dropped very low, but he TP's out, and this is what you were talking about with no initiation and very few stuns. With the stuns used to kind of start off a battle, they're not able to finish off Garter through the TP duration.
Stupendous.
I almost have Greaves done on Kezu now, though.
It's
Are they just
disgusting.
gonna Roche?
Yeah.
It's time.
Why not? What's stopping? Mid one is here to zone people out. You've got Observe Ward on the high ground as well to see people coming in towards that shrine area. PD just have to split push and hope for the best. You know, Bat 200 gold away from Blink. Would love to have it now. But this Roshan attempt was like 1 minute too early for PD to react.
Even a blink on that is just not enough. Tank circling, come on, saying push mid, push top, keep that pressure up, see if we can then focus on the bottom lane instead.
Immortality is mine.
Everyone's got those things going. It's so funny we can see it now. Hey, there it is. That's what it was all for. Thanks, Val.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of memers, honestly. I was watching, I
Matuma Man do
downloaded replays so I could watch in offline mode, which works, by the way, if you use the right console commands, thankfully.
Oh yeah.
It was great. I was watching them last night, and suddenly I heard the charge noise. What the hell? Turned out they patched that in, so it was pretty funny.
Yeah, Matuma Man has been doing it throughout Dream League, doing the It's a Disaster and stuff, just in the middle of the game. Very good. Very, very good. Not only does Secret have ancient stacks to steal from PD, but they've got stacks of their own. Shadowblade there from MP. Exactly the build that I was looking for. The Dragon Lance into the Silver Edge. Didn't go for the Aquila, but I guess with that Arcane Aura, they need their mana regen too much. 15.5 minute Bloodstone for mid one, no big deal. With Aegis as well on the Storm Spirit. That's basically like 2 or 3 Bloodstone charges for free. Just by holding the Aegis. You can zip in, without a care in the world. A very good scan from Team Secret here, but will it click red? It will. PD walk up into the high ground and they know. That was pretty close.
Oh no.
But the Storm jumps in, he gives the vision, he found J4, he's killed instantly, he's gone, he's demolished, and now they found the OD as well, a full step away, but OD, he's going to sprint himself out with the own onto him, mid-one just jumps forward, the Astral's there, the Milan's Earthshaker caught in the brink of destruction though, with the Echo Slap doing not a damn thing. he'll fall as well, and Garter is 1v5. The lasso's up, but the Astral's stolen out by Yapso there, it looks like, as Garter's still stacking up kill space. But MP will TP away with nothing to cancel his TP. He's fine. Mid one, he's found the Garter. Bristleback's dead. Mid one, that's it. That is exactly what I was talking about. 3 free Bloodstone charges just by having Aegis. Easy.
He just YOLOs. He doesn't even have to spend the Aegis. That's the best part. It's crazy. So much damage that fight. Half his entire team's damage. I mean, Bristleback trying to dish out the same amount, and he does, but they don't even look that weak on the rating side. You know, well, number one, they're near a shrine, which is pretty handy. And they also have Nabad.
Like, exactly. Arcane's mech, Mistquill, a Photic shield. what can you do? Even Yapzor there stealing the level 2 Astral to save one of his teammates was pretty nifty. But Milan, this is the big difference, right, between seeing Yapzor's Earthshaker in the first game and Milan's Earthshaker in this game. You know, it's not, I feel, down to the player. It might be a little bit, but mid one's going to jump in and find his kill. Pretty simply, maybe not. He's been duped. He's been blocked. He's been bamboozled here by Milan. Apparently, he just walks away. It just feels like the dynamic of the game. You know, game 1 was relatively easy for Yapzor. He moved, collected bounty runes, but he had Puppey to go with him. He had the Arcane Aura, he had the Frostbite, he had the setup, and a partner to go with. J4 and Milan are these two very disconnected supports that do different things, and they don't really join together that well.
They're finding a very nice spot down bottom here to get a little bit of farm for themselves, though. Considering there was just a Storm Spirit here, they make a good call, judging that the rotation's probably coming back this way, and now they can keep pressure, even though this is kind of a scary thing to do when you just saw these two big heroes down here, but they'll now spot them in the mid lane on the creep wave, so a lot of that Radiant pressure now going to be coming into this jungle. They just want to ward this up, take this tower, use the end of this Aegis, or just zip right down bottom and kill them before they get out, is also a possibility.
Mid one
we'll
is...
have to see if anyone joins.
Mid one is toying with Garter there. Zips on him, zips past him, collects an Invis rune, walks through the Valley of Death as Milan and J4 were on their way towards him as well.
Unbelievable.
Like, yeah, he was on like 200-300 mana a second ago.
It looks
now
like
he's
he's
up
a
to
regen room going.
It's up to 1,000. He's 31 mana regen with 15 Bloodstone charges in the Arcane Aura. He has been spotted under this Sentry rune, but again, we don't really have anything to stop him from doing this without a Blink Lasso from Batrider. And where is 3-3? Still lurking around towards the north.
Wow, Milan's like, guys, I will have this blink. I'm gonna get it. Okay, solo kill Milan. He's gonna go. Oh, he's under a ward anyway. No hope of going for a sneaky play on the Puppey. Maybe? He beats the shrine? Can we help? Team?
Big one.
Team?
Nearly has Milan. He's going to get fissured up here, but he's still very tanky with stick charges forward. And he has Aegis. And Storm Spirit just zaps away.
Good they didn't commit then. The Echo or anything like that.
Stupendous.
Oh, buddy.
Okay.
This is a rough one, I gotta say. This is indeed and like, how long can you hold out before this turns around? Maybe it would have to come on the back of like 2 suicides from a mid one, you know, some weird play where he's just snowballing a little too hard and dies twice, loses some Bloodstone charges, and then maybe they can push back the waves or something. Now this is kind of what you
The Aegis expires
perfectly to get the regen too.
Yeah, very, very good. Good, and another Bloodstone charge in his bank. Kezu Greaves done, 1500 gold is ready for him as well, as MP nearly has a silver edge to deal with the Bristlebacks, passive. Tier 2s are falling. There's only one lane that they can, like, this is the great thing. Secret have set themselves up so they can just all go 5-man bot lane and push tier 1, tier 2, maybe tier 3, then Shrine, then Roche, like...
And mid one just immediately ditched mid, and he's already pushing this. Like, how are they going to deal with him?
The entire map is like free for Secret. Building into his Orchid as well for that Bloodthorn. Batrider for 3-3, you know, we've talked about how it's one of his better heroes along with Clockwork and Darkseer, but this game just hasn't been his. His stacks got stolen, he got kind of shut down in lane by Drow and Rubik. Very awkward for PD.
Very great map vision too, just from Secret. Like, there's that whole idea of mid one just ditching right away, you know? Like, they knew that this was the next plan to come down bottom. Even though they don't have the Aegis anymore, they still just want to push all the momentum. So he just immediately says they have one option. That's push top. Let's just take that away from them. They have to fight us down bottom now. Mid one's already scouting us.
The smoke is broken, mid one's seen, but they don't go for the last, so they've started up Garter with the Gust and Kezu. Run forward, Curse of the Avernus applied. The Blink echoes in the background, but it's It's not enough damage just yet. With that Eclipse though, maybe it will be. Kezu pops his ult with a turn back around. Garth is dropping low, but they've done damage. They've killed off one. Rubik's gone. Mid one goes in deeper here with the Buster Shot is keeping him up. He's going to have to get these kills though before he dies. He does. 3 down, and J4 will be the 4th. 4 dead for PD, and even with Milan going in even deeper, gets the kill, finally finds the Crystal Maiden of Puppey. I believe this might be curtains for ProDotA as they walk up high ground. Secret will take the tier 3 and then look for shrines.
Well, they came to the fight. I don't know, it was kind of a weird fight.
Dire's
The way it went down too, where it was like just 1v1 of mid one versus 3-3, and they were able to get a little bit of damage into Secret because of that, but it did not come to fruition. Melee's down. Mid one's gonna escape for sure.
They even get the full lane of racks.
Dire's bottom barracks.
3-3.
So is the lasso, I guess. We do know that.
But
He's just holding that shield.
who does he go on? MP. Invis gets dusted. Mid one zaps up onto high ground, but Secret, they are already here. The wrap around comes in from the shrine. MP is dropping low. The blink in with the 2-man enchant totem. That's good. Okay, they start things off nicely. The trouble is, they can't control mid one. He's in the back end. He is just destroying PD from one side to another. Kezu dropping low. He has no ult, and he will finally fall. But again, I pan my camera back to the Storm Spirit. Mid one has killed another. 2 dead to his hand, and Kaiser looks like he might be the 3rd. With the Fisher down again from Yapzor, stolen and turned. They kill him off, and Kezu has somehow just killed 2 people while being dead with a lovely Aphotic Shield pop there. He gets a double kill, and GG is called. PD tap out. A quick and easy 2-0, taking less than an hour here for Secret. Take them.
Mid one grabs, wicked stick and a taunt as well. That was pretty damn good by Secret, I gotta say. I thought ProDotA would be able to put up a little bit better fight, but the cheese, as Yapzor stated, it was a little cheap.